So I just went from $10,000 a month to $30,000 a month. And this video is going to tell you exactly how you want to onboard clients at scale. So you can take your business from just doing maybe a couple grand, or maybe you're brand new, doing $0, to actually having a system that works to onboard more and more people, because that's the only way you're going to scale your business, is to be able to actually implement systems that make the process seamless. So there's 3 simple things that are going to help you do that. Number 1 is having a system to gather the information on your clients. If you're a copywriter or a marketer of any type, you have to do research before you can actually write good copy, before you can make a good ad, before you can write a good script. Anything you do for your client, you have to actually know their product and understand what it is that they're selling, how they sell it, what their personality is, the tone that they speak to their clients in. What are their clients like? What kind of verbiage do their clients use? I made a whole video about how to really understand the voice that your client speaks in. So watch that after this. But this video is just about onboarding. So creating the systems that allow you to do that efficiently so you can onboard as many clients as possible. So you want to create an onboarding system that allows you to just streamline that. So number 1, when you're bringing clients on, you want to condense that research and have a quick way to be able to compile it all into one simple document. And what I like to do is, a lot of my clients have YouTube content, so I go and I take like 10, 20 videos. I get the transcripts. I put them all into ChatGPT. I actually use Claude, but same thing. Put all the transcripts into Claude, and then have Claude compile all the key elements, the brand elements, the elements on the avatar, talk about the client's personality, the tone, verbiage used, the offer, and just basically compile it all into like a 2-page summary. I then go and I tweak it based on everything I've just learned by uploading all those transcripts. So based on everything I've learned from their content and the conversation with the client, I go and I fact check that document. Then I share it with the client to make sure I'm like, hey, I just want to share the summary I put together. It's going to help me write really good copy for you. And I want to share it with you just to make sure I'm understanding everything right and you can see exactly the perspective that I'm writing from. That way, if there's anything that looked kind of off to you, we can edit it now instead of having to go back and do a bunch of revisions. So that's really, really helpful. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is going to be the communication cadence. So when you're onboarding a lot of clients, that's a lot more relationships that you now have to manage. And managing those relationships can get like a little bit stressful. If you don't have a system set up, you need to have clarity with your client as to when they're going to communicate with you, how often they should expect communication from you, when they should expect the client, or when they should expect the work due. So like, for example, one of my clients, it's Fridays. Every Friday, they are going to go into the shared Google Doc we have, and they are going to see there's this master doc. I highlight it in green when their emails are ready. They can then click that link, and it'll take them to an individual doc for that week's emails. Until that link is highlighted in green, it's not ready, but they can go in and they can see my edits as I'm like working on it. And so they can see the work in progress, and they can expect it to be ready on Friday. If for some reason it wasn't highlighted in green on a Friday, which has never happened, I'm always on time, they would know that it wasn't ready. But there's a few different points in that. Is that 1, they have the expectation to go in there on Friday with work ready. 2, they can go in and they can see the work as it's begun to get ready. And they also know that I have basically told them, hey, this is ready by highlighting it in green. So I've confirmed that I am done with all edits. So if there's a revision, it's a revision. It's not me coming in and doing an independent edit. So that's number 2. Number 3, for all of your clients, you want to over deliver. You want to get them happy, like make them confident in the choice if they decide to work with you. If they just send you a Stripe payment of like $4,000, they should have confidence. They should have that confirmation right off the bat that they made the right decision. So I like to get my clients something tangible within the first 24 hours. Usually it's what I talked about number 1 with that brand summary, where I go and I feed their content into ChatGPT and I have it create a 2-page summary. That's usually deliverable number 1. But I'll also go in, sometimes I'll go and I will just like do a YouTube review and I'll give them some like advice on their subject lines, or depending on what the client actually needs. Like I might go in and send them a loop video kind of dissecting their sales page, or I might go and just create like 1 graphic. Maybe the thing they paid for was 5 graphics. I'll go and create that first one right away. Be like, hey, just want to send this to you so that we can tweak the style, the design, any feedback you have. We can like go over it now, so that way it'll inform all the other graphics I'm making for you. And by the way, graphics has a lot of copywriting components. It's also a completely different skill set. Not every copywriter can design graphics, but you should probably learn how to design graphics because it's very high leverage. If you can just do everything your client needs for a sales page, graphics, You can figure out, what color is going to look best. You can, make everything spatially, like, aesthetic, and then pairing that with copywriting. KJ Reading talks about this a lot. He's another copywriter on YouTube who I've talked to a bit, and he talks about how, like, you should stack a bunch of skills, not just have one skill to offer someone. And I agree with that, because if you can offer them, like, for example, one of my offers is a complete school about page, graphics, VSL script, and the copy on the page. So there's a few different skills within that, but if you can just offer them the full package instead of them having to go and source a graphic designer, source a copywriter, source someone to do the VSL for them, gosh, that's such a headache. That's time for them, and time is money for entrepreneurs. So those are my 3 things that if you want to scale your copywriting business, you want to create a really clean onboarding system. You want to be able to go and get their information really quick. Just take the transcripts from their content, copy everything on their sales page, feed it into ChatGPT, get it to write a 2-page summary. Then you want to go and create those expectations with them so they know when they're going to hear from you. You're not talking to them necessarily every single day. And so you want to create that expectation. Hey, I'm going to have these ready every Friday. You can check in here. If you have questions, I'll respond within these hours or something like that. And then you also want to give them something straight off the bat so they're happy with you from day one. They're like, wow, this person is on it. They are sharing stuff. They're communicating. I'm excited about the future because they just spent a lot of money hiring you. Give them something. Give them a brand summary. Give them some questions to work on. That's another thing I'll do is, like, if, maybe it's not a brand summary that I'm sending them, then I'll send them maybe a series of questions that'll help me create the brand summary if they have less content. So send them a series of 10 questions. Like, hey, right off this call, I'm going to go do a little research into your brand, and I'm going to send you a list of a few questions. If you could get that back to me, send an audio message whenever it's convenient to you. That's really going to help me write you killer copy in your tone. That's a great thing. It's not like something you really had to produce besides coming up with the questions, but it's very high leverage. It's going to make them feel like you're really interested in capturing the essence of their brand. It's also going to help you write better copy, so it's a win-win. So yeah, I'm going to get back to writing because I've got like 35 clients to service now. But I am putting together another video, and it's going to basically be like the whole blueprint of what I did to scale from 10K to 30K. Actually, even farther back, what I did to scale from 2K to 30K, because if you guys don't know, I was making 2K in May, and it's now September, and August last month I made 30K. So yeah, I'm going to put together a blueprint for that and share that with you guys. So if you want to join my free community, I guess this is where I put a call to action. There's a free community linked in the bio if you want to follow along with copywriting, or if you're looking to hire a copywriter. I may or may not be able to help you, but if you're interested, then that is the link that you can click. So have a great day.